ahead, but directed back toward the Avalanche zone, and Brad Marchand in after it, as is Coyle along the end boards. Makar will send it around to the far side hash marks, but pinching down to get it was Hampus Lindholm. Coyle back of the net, brings it toward the near side, puck on his backhand, now wheels it back out in front, and it hit a skate with a whole bunch of bodies standing near that crease. Coyle will play it back behind the Avalanche net. Marchand, left wing circle, looking for Frederick. Knocked away from him. Makar's got it on his stick. And then he has his pocket picked by Coyle. Frederick in the left wing corner. Shielding that puck. Leaves it for Coyle in the left wing corner. Coyle backhands it down the wall as Marchand and Shillington come together. Pasternak and Makar collide. Centering effort by Coyle, tipped high up into the air, gloved down by Marchand. Bottom of the left circle, his shot was tipped and up over the net. We got 35 to go in the period. Pasternak centering, Elias Lindholm tipped it toward the net. Georgiev made an initial save, and then the Avalanche will ice the rebound here with 24 seconds left in the period.
I'm looking at the Avalanche players. They are gassed right now. That's the shift for the Bruins. And then they got fresh bodies on the ice. The same Avalanche players have to stay after the icing call. Just relentless on pucks here. Both of those lines, two shifts in a row, keeping the Avalanche pinned inside their own zone. And now Elias Lindholm will go to work on this faceoff.
Near circle to our right. Lindholm wins the draw. Here's McAvoy walking it along the blue line toward the far side of the ice. Played it toward the face-off circle. Lohrei from down low takes a wide-angle shot, and Georgiev squeezes that one.
May have got a tip from Lindholm in front. He was right there. So after winning the draw, they go to work offensively, and the Bruins' chances have been there. I mean, that Georgiev's had to work here defensively. The Avalanche have had to work defensively, I think, more importantly, because the Bruins have been, they've taken their coach's words to heart, right, and winning some battles in that offensive zone.
Face off to Georgiev's right. 15.2 seconds left here in the first period. And off the draw, Pasternak pulls it free. Sent it toward the front of the net. Directed away from Zacha. It'll be cleared out by Girard. Lohrei back onto it in the Boston zone. West off the near boards, and a last-minute shot attempt blocked by Elias Lindholm as the period comes to an end. So the Bruins get on the board first with Cole Koepke's goal. Ross Colton, less than a minute and a half later, able to tie it up on a power play goal, but the Bruins respond with one of their own, a power play goal by Charlie Coyle, and they have a 2-1 lead at the end of 20 minutes. Plenty more to come here from Ball Arena in Denver as we continue on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCEnighttrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hey DQ fans, get any party started with a classic DQ fudge and crunch cake or blizzard treat cake. Available in multiple sizes and designs for any occasion at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Rev up the fun with the Honda Civic and HR-V. These vehicles redefine the game when it comes to performance and style. With sporty designs matched by powerful performance, the Civic and HR-V deliver a driving experience like no other. But what really sets these cars apart from the crowd is the spirit of determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
It promises to be a month of tricks, treats, and of course, touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the #1 place to bet touchdowns. New to DraftKings? Try betting on something simple like a player to take it in for 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Here's a reason for new customers to do a touchdown dance of their own. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats Town Fair Tire.
You don't think about life insurance. We went to SBLI when we bought our home. They have great customer service and affordable rates. When you get married or have a baby, you'll think about life insurance. Think about SBLI.
Call 888-GET-SBLI.
In Denver, where the Bruins have a 2-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston, and we're pleased to be joined here between periods by Dave Fisher, Senior Director of Communications for USA Hockey. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
It's good to see you guys, too. Welcome to Colorado, and fun atmosphere here tonight. Well, so far so good for the Bruins. Yeah. Drink lots of water.
That's what I hear.
That is a trick. Well, let's talk first off about a program that USA Hockey, I know you guys have to be very proud of it, National Try Hockey for Free Day. Tell us about this. It's coming up next month.
Yeah, coming up. I know probably a lot of listeners out there have kids involved in hockey, but I'm sure some don't, or they have neighbors that don't. And coming up on Saturday, November 2nd, 15th year of it. It's hard to believe. I think we've introduced more than 250,000 new families to the sport through. It's called Try Hockey for Free, and you can go to tryhockeyforfree.com, type in your zip code, and then find rinks near you. And you just come out, and the local programs provide equipment. They provide certified instructors, and it's always fun. We're here in Colorado Springs, USA Hockey, just down the road from Denver, and I always go out, and it's fun to see the smiles on kids' faces out on the ice and the joy for the first time. And they fall down and get up, and much like life, right? It's a good life lessons and so much joy. So I know Kevin Cavanaugh at Mass Hockey is telling me today when I was talking to him that they've got a grant program to help local rinks defray some of the costs if available, if they want to participate. And I think he said around the state there's 20 plus locations, so plenty of opportunity and a good chance just to invite new families to our sport.
You know, USA Hockey, when I look back just over the years and how it's evolved and how it's come so far, to the point where, you know, you're winning World Junior tournaments now, and you're always medaling in certain areas. You've got the women's team that has that fantastic rivalry with the Canadian women's team. We were talking a little bit off the air just before we came on, just about some of the things to look forward to, whether it's the under-18s or the World Juniors, and especially the women's who have a Challenge Cup coming up with Team Canada.
Yeah, the rivalry series. Yeah, that's coming right up here. This year it's 5 games, and we've got the first 3 of them in the U.S. And I think we start in San Jose on November 6th, then go over to Salt Lake City 2 days later, then 2 days later to Boise, Idaho.
Nice.
Yeah. I know. How about that? Exposing the game to new places. But they're all on NHL Network. You can catch them live if you're in the area. I think Boise's pretty close to sold out. The other games has some tickets available. But it's kind of fun, kind of a precursor to what we're getting ready for in about 16, 17 months in the Olympics. I think everybody's looking forward to that, in the Paralympics. And you talked about Beers, our men's and women's teams, and our sled team, too. They're awfully dominant. They've won 4 straight gold medals in the Paralympics, and that's fun to see emerge. Matter of fact, one of those teams, the first team that
Rick
ever
Middleton was the coach.
Ricky Middleton, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They're going to be enshrined into the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame coming up in December 4th in Pittsburgh. And I know Kip St. Germain, I think, is head of coaching education for Mass Hockey. He played on that team. And it's to your point, it's just been fun to see the emergence of the sport, the notion that hockey is for everyone. And the support of the volunteers in the hockey community for USA Hockey across the country and helping continue the growth and the involvement of our sport.
And the continued growth and involvement of women's hockey in particular, which, obviously with the professional league that, has got a lot of attention. We've got a team up in the Boston area as well. It's really been great to see that evolution.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, we're all a little bit older. So to think back to when I was a kid to where hockey was and to where it is today, it is amazing. You got that young woman named Hillary Knight there playing for the Boston. I keep wanting to call it PWHL Boston.
Yep.
I know it's a Boston Fleet now. And she is trying to make her fifth Olympic team. There's only been one other player in the world to ever do that, Haley Wickenheiser in Canada. So we wish her well on her adventure. Alex Carpenter in the Boston area, too, still a prominent part of the program. So fun to see those kids. They're not kids anymore. Fun to watch them grow up.
Take us through, for people that don't know, the National Development Program, where kids will go out to Michigan and basically live there, and it becomes a way of life. And I mean, we've seen so many kids come from that program. We've got a few in the Bruins uniform right now, and eventually head off to colleges or to wherever, and hopefully ultimately make the pros.
Yeah, it's been quite the program. Ron DiGregorio, New Englander. He was, at the time, Vice President of International Hockey for USA Hockey, a volunteer position. He imagined it back in the mid-'90s, and then it was established and voted on to be approved by the Board of Directors of USA Hockey. And then Jeff Jackson, the current coach at Notre Dame, who's retiring this year, Bob Mancini, back working for USA Hockey now. They kind of were the architects of it, and some others. It started in 1996, and a lot of conflict in the hockey circles at the time, and people go, what is this? And it's for the top 16 and 17-year-old kids, about 44 of them go to Greater Detroit, Plymouth now, and they're housed there, billeted there, and it's a 2-year residency program, and they play higher levels of hockey than their age, and it's helped up the game throughout the hockey circles, like the USHL, our only Tier 1 junior league. Quite a league, almost all the players that play in that go on to play college hockey. They've up there in the North American League, our only Tier 2 league. So the whole infrastructure is great, but we've seen, you can go through the list of who's who in American hockey today of guys that have played there that you've heard of, some of them on the Bruins. Charlie McAvoy, one of them.
Yeah. Last quick question before we let you go, just on the Four Nations Cup and how much involvement you guys have with that.
Yeah. Well, just like any international competition at those levels, USA Hockey, we're providing the infrastructure and running the team, obviously working in concert with the NHL and NHLPA, but I think it's something we're all looking forward to as fans, right? First, best on best, the men's senior level since the 2014 Olympics. It's been a long time, 10 years, and it's going to be a blast, a lot of fun. One of the Bruins on the team. I think there'll be another one. Yeah. I'm not picking the team, but we'll leave that to Billy Garrett and company.
Well, of course, there are 2 games in Boston as part of the tournament, but then also the championship game as well following that. So that's going to be.
And we better be watching Team USA play there, right?
I certainly hope so. Certainly hope so. Dave Fisher, USA Hockey again. Try Hockey for Free Day coming up November 2nd. TryHockeyForFree.com. Get your kids involved in that. We appreciate you coming over.
Thanks, guys, for having me. Have a great season.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Bruins 2, Avalanche 1 at the end of the first period. We will be back with a check of the out-of-town scoreboard next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now through November 1st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues and be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero, and you'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 and the all-new SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB postseason hero. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 22nd. Must be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
The American League Championship Series is on SiriusXM. The New York Yankees. A Stantonian home run. The Cleveland Guardians. Gone! David Fry! Hear the hometown announcers on your radio and on the SiriusXM app. Before and after every game, MLB Network Radio's experts bring you closer to the action.
They have that sense in the moment.
On-site coverage of the postseason through the last out of the World Series is on Channel 89.
Hockey 24/7 on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
This is the NHL. These are pros. You don't want guys to put good power play units on, don't take penalties. You don't want good power play units to score goals when you've given up a whole bunch, kill them. You don't like it, do something about it. If you want to reward your guys who had a good game with the chance to get some more goals and points, do it. If I was a coach, I wouldn't care. Who cares? Worry about your own team, don't worry about mine.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app. NHL Morning Skate.
Michael Bunting of the Pittsburgh Penguins. You've always had the great ability to play with great players.
I think my style of play complements the top dogs, as you will, like kind of go to those harder areas in the corner in front of the net and kind of create space for them and get them the puck and, help them create offense off of that. So kind of found a little niche with that.
NHL Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellar. Weekdays 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91 and the SiriusXM app. Hockey lives here.
Suzuki sweeps it. There's a chance. Rebound. Caulfield shoots and scores.
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
Back here in Denver, where the Bruins lead it 2-1 over the Colorado Avalanche. Let's get a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. On a night when he scored his 1,600th career point, Sidney Crosby also scored the game winner in overtime as the Penguins beat the Buffalo Sabres 6-5. In addition to Crosby's milestone, Evgeny Malkin scoring his 500th career goal in that one. Big offensive explosion for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight as they win it at home over the LA Kings by the final score of 6-2. And one other game in progress. They are late in the first period out in Anaheim. The Utah Hockey Club has grabbed a 2-1 lead over the Ducks. We'll be back to get the second period underway here from Ball Arena next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $289 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.79 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 11/4/24.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Get the official NHL app to watch, read, and listen to all the deeks.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the sauce. All the saves. All the hits. All the snipes. All the sellers.
He scores! Unbelievable!
All the hockey. If it's hockey, it's here. Listen to every NHL game for free, now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Download the official NHL app now.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series.
F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Home isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. Like curling up in a comfy chair while it's cold outside, with a warm drink, or maybe even a wine in hand. As you watch the world go by outside your window.
Short rib.
Good afternoon, this is your captain speaking.
Which is why at Delta, our people do our best to make you feel at home. Refill? Long before you get there. Delta, keep climbing.
Here's Lohrei centering for Coyle. He scores! Mason Lohrei passed it right to the top of the crease, and Charlie Coyle redirects it home. The Bruins with a power play goal. It's 2-1. That goal coming at 17:09 of the first period. It has the Bruins in front 2-1 as we get set for the start of the second period. Our intermission interview with Dave Fisher brought to you by TD Bank. TD Cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. So as we get the second period underway, shots were 10-5 in favor of the Bruins in that first period. Shot attempts were 25-12 in Boston's favor.
Sounds about right, based on the way the period went. I mean, that shows you what the Bruins were able to do in the offensive zone. I mean, that's where you have to attack Colorado right now, just because of their deficiencies on the back end and their defensive zone coverage and the amount of goals that they've given up to start this early season.
Bruins get in on the attack right away here as Marchand plays it toward the corner. Hampus Lindholm going to go down and get it. A centering pass from Coyle came right through the slot. McAvoy's got it, brings it to the left wing circle. Now back toward the blue line, throws it into traffic in front. Kicked out of there, and McAvoy keeps in at the far side of the blue line. Bruins attacking down to our left here in period number 2. Coyle forced out in front again. McAvoy on the far circle. Deals back to Lindholm. Throws it in front. And Frederick with a chance at the rebound. Georgiev turned that aside. Kastelik throws one toward the net, and that one is directed up and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Colorado zone.
Good start to the period. Interesting, Lindholm, McAvoy at the on the back end, because they had gone a little bit with Lohrei and McAvoy, or a lot with that pair in the first period, but that's just a good, strong first shift. Very aggressive by the defenseman. Down low, helping keep plays alive.
Face off near side circle to our left. Avalanche win it. Shillington going behind his net. Kicked by Carlo to loosen it up, and follows that up by keeping it in at the blue line. Elias Lindholm near side boards, battling with Cale Makar. McKinnon and Pasternak going in behind the net to the far side corner. Kept alive again by a pinching Carlo. Here's Pasternak stepping into one on the right circle. And the Avalanche turn it away.
I think that was Zacha that found him with the backhand pass.
McKinnon coming down the right circle. Poke checked away by Zacha as they try to drop it for Miles Wood. Pasternak up the right side. Takes the shot from the circle. Georgiev makes the save. Back out into the neutral ice, and Zacha pokes it toward the Avalanche. And Makar steered it out of there. Pasternak will softly send it in again as Boston will change it up.
You mentioned the shot attempts for the Bruins. Pasternak had 5 of those shot attempts in the first period. He's got at least 2 here in the second.
Up the left side comes Casey Middlestat. Relieved of the puck by Johnny Beecher at the blue line. Beecher racing up the left side after the puck, but can't get to it before Ritchie does. Volleyed through neutral ice. That's going to go for icing. So the Bruins will get another attack zone faceoff. 2:04 to go on here in the second period, up by 1.
Yeah, looking to push it as well, right? Looking to extend this lead by the way that they've started this second period. It's been good pressure. It's very early, obviously, just over 2 minutes in, but it's all been down in the Avalanche zone.
It'll be Kastelik to take the faceoff against Middlestat. Far circle to our left. Avalanche control it. Makar goes behind his net, stops there. Still holding. Crowd getting a bit impatient. He moves it off to the right side. Malinsky sends it ahead for Ritchie. Offed it up at the blue line and steered back into the Avalanche zone. It'll come up short of an icing and forces Malinsky to play it. Ritchie takes it from the near circle. His pass out of the reach of Malinsky. Jones gets the Bruins back inside the Avalanche zone. In behind the net for Tufte. Tufte pivots away from Makar. A centering pass just missed Jones in front. McAvoy a chance from the top of the far circle. Georgiev doesn't know where that puck is. The officials say it's underneath him, and it is.
Boy, nice little pass from Tufte that time from the left wing circle. He's looking for Jones in front, who had made a good play out near the blue line and then attacked the net. He pulled up, throw the puck down, and then get to the front of the net. And Tufte wins a battle, tries to send that saucer pass in front for Jones. Doesn't quite connect as he gets his stick lifted, but it comes out to the right point, and then the shot comes from the right point. Georgiev, like you said, he's looking around for it. He's in the butterfly. He's looking around. He's looking over his right shoulder. He's not sure where that puck is. And eventually the whistle goes.
Off the draw. Bruins keep control. Get it in behind the net. Swept around toward the near side circle, and it'll be cleared out by Steinberg for Colorado. Peak gets a pass back to the blue line for Patra, and now Tufte goes to work as he goes to the back of the net. Jones coming in to try to help out, but instead the Avalanche will break it out. Lobbed into the left wing corner. Peak. They have a shove to Parker Kelly. Stick battle for that puck. Kelly backhands it along the far boards. Wide angle shot by DeHaan from that far side wall. Turned aside by Korpisalo. Behind the net, and Peak is there. Jones backhanded into the air, but it was partially blocked by Ross Colton. Does come out of the zone. Avalanche regain in the neutral ice. Dump in and around the far boards it goes. McKinnon steered it back behind the net. Colton got it in front, looking for Rantanen. Couldn't find the handle. Max Jones breaks the Bruins out. Chips it in to the right wing corner. Heads off as part of a change. Marchand goes crashing into the end boards along with Josh Manson. Both guys get up all right. Avalanche coming back the other way. Slowed up was Colton just outside the Boston blue line. Coyle has the puck and drops it back. 4:20 gone here in the second period. Middlestat with speed coming into the Boston zone. Tried to take the shot. It was blocked by Carlo. Marchand brings back out across the Boston line, but lost it near the center ice circle. Miles Wood plays it down the left wing boards. Korpisalo will come out and play it. It hit a fallen stick. Hampus Lindholm had to adjust quickly. Gets it on to Marchand, to Coyle, and out to center ice for Trent Frederick, batting it out of the air. Cale Makar's got it back for Colorado. Makar skating with some open space. Deals it off to the left side for Wood. Got through Middlestat onto the right circle and unable to get to it was Logan O'Connor. Pasternak's got Zacha for a breakaway. Zacha takes the shot. Georgiev directs it up and over the glass.
Well, the Bruins get caught in a little bit of a line change. You had some tired bodies on the ice, and Frederick and Marchand went to the bench on a change. That gave Colorado a four-man rush coming up, but because they get the four-man up and even five-man up in this rush, it's going to give up the breakaway going back the other way. So a little run-and-gun hockey, and Zacha ends up with the breakaway off the pass from Pasternak. And Georgiev fights it off with a good save.
14:48 left in the second. Bruins leading 2-1. Face-off inside the Colorado zone to the left of Georgiev. 12 saves on 14 shots for him. 5 out of 6 for Korpisalo down the Bruins' end. Off the draw. Zacha's got it. Back to McAvoy at center of the blue line. He throws one just wide of the far post. Zacha, near corner, sends in behind the net. Taken by Elias Lindholm. Now Pasternak kicks it onto his stick. Centering pass was picked off, and the Avalanche will clear it out. They work it ahead for Rantanen, right wing circle.
Good
Deals
recovery.
It back,
another breakaway.
Picked off, and here's Pasternak on a break. Oh, just out of his reach as Zacha tried to spring him. Pasternak's got it right wing circle. Drags it onto his forehand and shot blocked. It kicks out to neutral ice.
Yeah, that was clear-cut breakaway. Just led him a little bit too far.
Beecher now bringing down the left wing circle. Goes behind the net and forced one out in front for Kastelik. Kastelik regains behind. Here's Kepke from the left dot with a one-timer on Georgiev, who makes the save and hangs on. Bruins generating chances. 13:58 to go here in the second period, and they have a 2-1 lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series as the New York Mets host the Los Angeles Dodgers with the series tied up at 1 game apiece. Sirius XM MLB Network Radio has all the exciting play-by-play action of Game 3 of the NLCS right now on Channel 89 and on the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports, wherever you are. Your team plays here.
Now through November 1st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues and be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero, and you'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 and the all-new SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB postseason hero. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 22nd. Must be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind Ristolainen, walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, score!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Join me, Scott Laughlin, and Gord Stellick, along with former NHLer Mike Johnson for NHL Morning Skate, weekday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio.
Centers. Hockey comes alive. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. 13:58 to go here in the second period. Bruins 2, Avalanche 1. We're at Ball Arena in Denver as the Bruins open a 3-game road trip. And they win a face-off in the attack zone here. Peak wires one wide of the net. Check on the far boards to loosen that up by Kepke. But the Avalanche will control. Outlet pass got through Ivan at center ice. Who's near the Colorado line. Ivan's going to drop it back. Come to the Boston line with Kelly tipping one deep. Peak will turn to the near side of the Boston net as they go from right to left here in period number 2. Beecher redirects it deep. Georgiev came out of the net to play it. Got swatted at by Kastelik in on the forecheck. Avalanche will get it onto the attack here. A little 2-on-1 developing, and good play by McAvoy coming back to make the play.
Yeah, Laurie got caught up in the wash there at that blue line as the puck was chipped by him, and it leads to the 2-on-1. McAvoy probably saving a goal there.
Dale McCarr got it to Wood. Wood will step across the Boston line. Drop pass. Patra broke that up. Here's a stuffer attempt around the near side post by Wood. Kicked away by Korpisalo, and Patra going to lift one high up into the air, bouncing down on the neutral ice. Lorai passed ahead of Marchand across the line. He comes in a shot off the blocker. Marchand chased down his own rebound in the slot, and his shot ends up off the glass. Marchand takes a big hit as he was after that second rebound, and now Frederick comes to his defense as everyone gathers in and a penalty on the way.
It's not even that. McKinnon was so upset that he's taken a penalty by knocking down Marchand after Marchand had 3 chances at this thing. The frustration showing from McKinnon. He's going to end up getting the penalty after the shot was taken. Actually got knocked down by Rantanen, It was not McKinnon. And then Trent Frederick and Rantanen come shoulder to shoulder, and that's what leads to the whole scrum. So it was McKinnon who's going to get the penalty for knocking down Marchand. Marchand had 3 chances at this thing. Colorado's defense is non-existent. And that's going to be really frustrating for a couple of guys up front that are so competitive. Rantanen is getting the initial penalty. I don't think there's anything after that. Rantanen felt that Marchand took a dive after the shot was taken, but
interference is the call.
Well after the shot was taken.
So Bruins will go to the power play for the third time tonight.
And the puck was coming off the back wall, and Marchand was going to go try to get it by the time Rantanen was hitting him. Now, did he help it? You can debate that, but it's interference.
Rantanen throwing his arms up when he saw the official throw his arm up.
It's interference.
Puck's not there.
Should be frustrated that Marchand had 3 chances during that entire sequence right there. They've given up 3 breakaways, or at least partial breakaways here in this period. And one that should have been a breakaway for Pastrnak that was just out of his reach.
So Elias Lindholm to take the face-off to get the power play started here with 12:28 to go, second period. Bruins up by 1. McAvoy from the right point. Lindholm deals off right side, and it fired in front. Zacha had a chance at it. Now Marchand from the bottom of the right circle with another opportunity. McAvoy will keep it moving near side. Pastrnak is there. Sends one in front, and it's skipped on through wide of Georgiev. Far boards, they dig for it. Marchand, Zacha, Elias Lindholm pokes that on. Marchand got it to McAvoy. Left circle, Pastrnak tees one up, and Georgiev uses the blocker to send that out of play.
Well, I don't know if anything got to the net or not, but the Bruins are certainly, they're feeling it offensively right now. And, whether it's them having a much better performance and winning some of those battles, that's a 50-50 puck in the corner. Bruins come out with it, rotated back out high to McAvoy. McAvoy in the left wing circle for for Pastrnak, and Pastrnak just stepping into that one. Marchand will help win that battle over on the right wing side. And it's just been a shooting gallery here in this period. I don't know how many have hit the net, but there's been a lot of attempts.
Near side circle, battle for possession. Avs get it and promptly send it out of play, but it did deflect off the glass as Manson tried to clear. Faceoff will stay in the Colorado zone. 1:19 to go on the power play. 11:46 to go here in the second period. Zacha will take this face-off. Rolled toward the corner. Manson sends it hard around the boards and gets past McAvoy.
That's the way you clear a puck trick.
That's some mustard on it.
That's a Johnny Boychuk clear.
McAvoy's got it back in the Bruins zone. Minute to go in the man advantage. From the center circle, drops it back for Zacha, who in turn drops it back for Pastrnak. Now Zacha gets the feed up the left wing side, able to squeeze through Manson toward the corner. Puck squirted free and kicked back by Lindholm onto Pastrnak out near the blue line. McAvoy, right side, and knocked to the ice. Avs get the clear. Korpisalo plays it away from the forechecking Logan O'Connor. Here's Pastrnak coming through neutral ice. Not upended. From his belly, able to get it on to Marchand, and now Hampus Lindholm down the left wing circle. A centering feed, they score! And it's Pastrnak who tips that one home, and the Bruins grab a 3-1 lead with their second power play goal of the night.
They've just been dogged on pucks, right? Pastrnak gets going up through the neutral zone this time. Gets taken down, but he keeps this play alive with second effort. And Lindholm's going to get this puck on the left wing side. Center it backdoor. Dahan cannot cover Pastrnak, who's driving hard to the net from his right side after getting knocked down. And he's going to put it past a helpless Georgiev. Very similar to the goal that Coyle scored in the first period, that backdoor pass to a right shot forward coming in on the back door. That's the second effort by Pastrnak. Keeps that play alive after he's getting knocked down at the offensive blue line.
4 goals in 5 games on the season for Pastrnak, and the Bruins with a 2-goal cushion here as we approach the midway point of the second period. Hampus Lindholm shoots and scores! Beecher was in front. Not sure if he got a tip on this or not, but the Bruins make it 4-1.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Hampus Lindholm's goal. Just get this puck through to the net. And the Bruins, more importantly, fourth line comes right out after the power play. Georgiev mishandles it. Kastelik gets in and helps out. And they're going to win a battle. Get this puck back to the point. Beecher with the traffic in front. Georgiev can't see it. But he's the guy that kind of turns it over. And relentless. Follow up a goal with the fourth line shift. Win a faceoff. Get it deep. Get in on the forecheck. Win a battle. And Colorado team defense right now really under siege.
Just 13 seconds apart on those goals. And it's 4-1. Puck in the Boston zone here. Patra plays it up the boards. Looking to clear. Could not. Ritchie got it back down in the right wing corner where Middlestat gets hit and held by Zadorov in the near side corner. Round to the far side it goes, and Jones giving chase over by the hash marks. He's locked up with Girard. Back toward Ritchie from the blue line, backhands it in behind the Bruins net. Peak will keep it moving toward the near side for Tufte. And Tufte's second effort helps it out of the zone, and Patra took a hit from Steinberg and is a little slow in getting up, and Zadorov's going to grab Steinberg. The gloves come off. Steinberg trying to throw rights right away. Pulls Zadorov in tight, and down they go onto the ice.
Steinberg, he caught Patra with a pretty good hit just outside the blue line. We'll see what penalties are called here. I would imagine that Zadorov might have a little cut on his forehead. Steinberg wasn't fooling around. He was ready to go.
Steinberg in his NHL debut just got called up from their AHL club, Colorado Eagles, this morning.
See what they call here. You know, Zadorov came after him, but the gloves were off at the same time. So, in fact, Steinberg's were off right from first. But
officials try to sort it out. We'll sort it out when we get back. 9:44 to go in the second period. Bruins 4, Avalanche 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Hampus Lindholm, Brad Marchand get the assists on David Pasternak's power play goal with the helpers on that goal. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Just 13 seconds later, Hampus Lindholm at 9:22 made it 4-1 Bruins with a goal credited unassisted right now.
Yeah, I would like to have seen Kastelik get an assist on that. He was instrumental in that. They might add one afterwards, but it looks like the Bruins are going to go shorthanded here. Zadorov gets the extra two, which you kind of expected.
It's a slashing minor.
Yeah. So it's a way to give him an extra two without giving him an instigator.
Sure. So he'll sit for 7 minutes. And Steinberg for 5. So power play number 2 on the night here for the Avalanche. The Bruins on top by 3 goals just past the midway point of this one. Cale Makar.
Reason for that is instigator comes with an automatic 10-minute misconduct.
Right. Near side, Coyle to Hampus Lindholm. Gets it out of the zone. Or he gets grabbed by Middlestat. Avs have the puck back. And through the neutral ice they come with McKinnon. Driving one around behind Korpisalo. Coyle got a stick on it. McKinnon got it back. Backhands in behind the net to the near circle for Rantanen. Colton got it back to Makar at the blue line. Gave it up and got it right back. Makar. Quickly they move it across. Rantanen. Back up top for Makar. One-timer and he scores. Crisp passing there for the Avalanche. And Makar cashes in to make it 4-2 Bruins.
Right now the power play is the only thing that the Avalanche have going for them. So, moving forward, you're staying out of the box. You mentioned it, crisp puck movement. They work that triangle, right? You got the 2 elbows. You got Makar out high between McKinnon, Rantanen, and then Makar out at the top. And go through the seam from left wing to right wing. The pass out to Makar. Get the Bruins moving. Get the traffic in front. Korpisalo really doesn't see this shot. Only the 8th shot of the game for the Avalanche. Well past the halfway point here. But this one through a maze in front of the net. And it's a one-timer that goes past the blocker side of Korpisalo.
Second assist of the night for Rantanen. Makar now with a goal and an assist. And McKinnon picks up the secondary assist on that goal as well.
Each team with a pair of power play goals here.
Yep. Avalanche 2 out of 2. Bruins 2 out of 3. So with 8:36 to go here in the second period, Bruins lead trimmed back to 2.
Yeah, it's hockey season. It's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off here at center ice with Kastelik and Parker Kelly doing the honors. Kastelik won it. McAvoy from the red line plays it down into the right wing corner. Spinning in behind the Colorado net. Back around to the far side. McAvoy able to keep in at the blue line. Pasternak now in the far corner. Brings the puck toward the hash marks and wheels it back in behind the net. This is Koepke. Stepping in behind the net. Gets squeezed off of it by Malinsky. Avalanche will get it out. Brought ahead by DeHaan, who sends it down the left wing boards and in behind Korpisalo. Lohrei quickly ahead out to the neutral ice for Pasternak, who keeps it moving forward. Bruins changing up. Pasternak now turns and heads off as the Avalanche come forward. It'll be Mance. Played it to the end boards of the Boston zone. Coyle got it from Marchand. Breaks it out. Coyle to the center ice circle. Bounces one into the crease. And forced Georgiev to play the short hopper. It's Coyle stepping in behind the net. Frederick goes up top here to Peak. Peak walks it toward the right wing boards. Frederick trying to tuck it in on the far side post, and Georgiev covers up that loose rebound.
Right back to work, right? Don't let that goal deter you. Get right back to work in the offensive zone. Where the Avalanche most vulnerable right now. Defensive zone. Right? I mean, no question about it. And the Bruins have been able to exploit that most of the night. You got the 2-goal lead. Even though there's 2 power play goals, we looked at the shot attempts in that last stoppage rate. It was so lopsided right now. And that gives you a pretty good indication of the way that this game has gone so far.
Avalanche came into this game having been outscored 20-10 in their first 3 this season. And goals against average as a team of 6.67. They'll bring the puck behind their own net. Long pass from Makar to Rantanen into the Boston zone. Colton had it knocked off his stick by Hampus Lindholm. Colton able to regain it. Around to the far side. Skating onto it was McKinnon. Pivots away from Frederick to Colton at the back of the net. Trying to force it out in front off the leg of Hampus Lindholm instead. McKinnon's got it back on the right wing circle. He sends one in front. Save made. Korpisalo down on his side. I think made a second save. And that puck is covered up in the crease.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of this from the Avalanche in this game, and especially in this period, but Rantanen and McKinnon get themselves moving. You know, if it's one-on-one isolation, McKinnon can make you miss, and you don't want to reach in and take a penalty, so you got to be careful. They want to try to double team in those situations, but the Bruins were a little slow to double team there, and McKinnon's able to get this pass out in front, a little scramble in front with everybody chipping away at it or digging away at it for the Avalanche, but that puck stays out.
Somewhere in there, Korpisalo made a terrific save, getting the paddle of the stick down near the goal line.
And it was very close to being a penalty shot with McAvoy putting his hand on it. I think that's what the fans are seeing on the big screen right now.
It ended up, Korpisalo ended up covering it with his blocker. He dropped his stick and covered it with the blocker while he was still down on his side. Now the Bruins with the puck. As they come out of their zone, Zacha goes left side for Pasternak. He will lift it down to the right wing corner. Zacha gets there first against Shillington. Shillington hits the deck. Checked by McKinnon. Knocked down Elias Lindholm. Ivan will play it into the middle of his own zone here for Makar. 6:20 to go, second period. Bills in behind Korpisalo. Shot out of there by Hampus Lindholm. Pasternak deals it out to the neutral ice. Zacha one touched along for Elias Lindholm. Pasternak got tangled behind the play with Manson. And now out in the neutral ice, Parker Kelly.
He took a run. He took a run at Hampus Lindholm right at center ice. And I don't know whether Lindholm just got his arm up to protect himself or just Kelly just took the worst of it. I don't believe there's a penalty coming here. Kelly tried to step up on him. Lindholm saw him coming after he dumped the puck in. No, nothing.
Just a big collision. Kelly's helmet came flying off. So he...
God, if anything, Kelly came up on Lindholm.
Yeah. Kelly a little shaken up, getting looked at over on the bench.
Oh, it's the stick of Lindholm that caught him. After he dumped the puck in, it's a follow-through, and that's what caught him. So it was a collision, but the stick of Lindholm was up after the follow-through.
There's Middlestad into the offensive zone for the Avalanche. Puck pulled out in front here by Gobelenko.
Well, Avalanche were looking for some jump, and they got it with that shift by McKinnon and Rantanen, and they're trying to kind of piggyback on that to get themselves going here. Tail end of this second period.
Patra able to pop it out toward the red line. Dumped right back in here by Malinsky.
Because 5-on-5, the ice has been lopsided most of this period.
Peak to Lorai. Lorai, long pass across ice, far side for Jones. Steps into the Avalanche zone. Banks it off the boards toward the corner. Patra there as well as Jones against three burgundy sweaters. Through the wickets. Out of the blue line for Carlo, but he'll skate back onto it. McAvoy's got it from his own blue line. Pass ahead, tipped on into the attack zone by Kastelik. DeHaan will pivot back up ice and lofts one toward the Boston line. Rantanen tried to backhand one toward the slot, picked off by McAvoy. Cleared by Koepke, kicking it onto his stick is Kastelik on the right wing circle. Ridden into the boards by Rantanen. Puck behind the net for Beecher.
That's the back checker. When you pull up in that situation, you know you got a back checker coming.
Kastelik and Rantanen jousting in that far circle as the play comes around the near side. It'll be brought out to neutral ice, and Peak has it back for Boston. 4:26 to go here in the second period. Bruins 4, Avalanche 2. And an errant pass through the neutral ice by Lindholm will wind up an icing.
Yeah, most of it's been good. The Avalanche trying to wrestle some of that momentum away that the Bruins have had at 5-on-5. And they had that one good chance at 5-on-5 here in the second period. Other than that, they haven't really had much. So the discipline has to come into effect here for the Bruins. Get back to that relentless forecheck that they've had throughout most of this game.
Coyle wins the draw cleanly into the far corner, and Peak will lift it up and out of the zone. Glove down back at his own blue line by Makar. His pass picked off by Coyle. Lobbed back on into the offensive zone. And Frederick in the near corner giving chase. Instead, the Avalanche will bring it out. In across the Boston line. Pass intended for Ritchie. Broken up by Hampus Lindholm. Colton steals one back just outside the Boston line, and he'll send it in behind Korpisalo, who comes out to play it. Hampus moved it along for Coyle, who drops it back now. Lindholm will pass it to the near side. Nobody there, and that's going to go all the way down for icing.
2 icings in a row. So one was an errant pass. That one just goes all the way down.
Fans of Boston Bruins Foundation, David Pasternak, 98.5 The Sports Hub, all teaming up for the 5th annual Pucks and Paddles Ping Pong Tournament, November 20th at House of Blues, Boston. Purchase a VIP ticket for the tournament, and including a Bruins meet and greet, visit bostonbruins.com/ping-pong. Zadorov coming out of the penalty box after serving his 7 minutes. He'll head to the Bruins bench, get some stick taps from his teammates. Face off in the Bruins zone. McKinnon's got it along the far wall. Forced off it in the corner. Middlestat gets it back to McKinnon. Middlestat now on the hash marks far side. He'll work it for McCarr coming to the left wing circle, but Peak knocked it off his stick. McKinnon behind the net. Deals it off to that right wing circle for Girard. Back to McCarr. McKinnon on the far side of the face-off circle, and Zacha knocks away a pass.
Yeah, you get 2 forwards off the ice, but the rest of the guys got to stay.
Out in the neutral ice, McCarr deals over to the far side and rifled back in deep again by McKinnon. Peak from the end boards to the far side. Elias Lindholm gets the puck, gets it out to the center circle, but now brought right back in by Manson. Manson, one hand on his stick as he tries to hold off Hampus Lindholm. Left the puck behind the net, and Hampus regains for the Bruins. Nearboard Zacha couldn't get it out. Lindholm gets it back to Zacha, and he sends a long pass to Pasternak, waiting on the offensive side of the red line. Played on into the left wing corner. Both Elias Lindholm and Zacha get after that puck. Avs instead will go the other way. And it's Ivan up the right wing side. Brings it down into the corner of the Boston end. Carlo shoots it around the far boards and out. Nowinski will retrieve for Colorado with 2:18 to go in the period. Back across the line into the offensive zone here for the Avalanche. And Zadorov crunching check on Parker Kelly as he rounded the corner. Zadorov backhanding one toward the far side. Thrown from a tough angle toward the net, but wide by DeHaan. DeHaan's got it on his stick from that far side wall. Round to the near point man, Malinsky. Center blue line, they'll work it off to the right, or to the left side rather, for DeHaan. His shot blocked, kicked in behind the net. Pastelik wiped out DeHaan, centering pass, and one-timer broken up as Miles Wood was set up in the slot. Minute 31 to go in the period. Avalanche keeping it alive here. Shot wide by DeHaan, kicked right back out in front. Wood had another chance, and Korpisalo turned that one aside. DeHaan near the far side of the blue line. Brings it to the middle. Goes to the right circle for Colton. Colton tried to get a shot, couldn't get it through. Has it back along the near boards. And DeHaan misplays at the blue line, lost it out of the zone.
Tired group. They need some bodies off the ice on this change.
Colton gets it back in just onside. Wood played it across to the far boards. McKinnon swept off his stick by Coyle. Coyle lifting one up into the air, bouncing down into the Colorado zone. They'll scramble some changes on here as Coyle, shouldered by McKinnon, frees up the puck to Rantanen. McCarr over to the left circle. They get it back to McKinnon. He deals it back. Rantanen out near the blue line. One-timer sails up high over Korpisalo. Still in play along the near boards as Middlestat lost possession to Lohrei. McCarr near side of the blue line to keep in. Chased by Jones. Jones able to win it back and get it back out into the neutral ice. 18 to go in the period. Lohrai's clearing effort was kicked back toward the far corner. McKinnon got to it first. Middlestat backhands it to him in the far wall, along the far wall. McCarr mishandled, and Frederick with 5 to go in the period, racing McCarr up ice. McCarr's going to cut him off on any thoughts of a breakaway, and that will bring us to the end of the second period. So the Avalanche pushing hard there late in the second period, but it's still a 4-2 Bruins lead at the end of 40 minutes. We'll be back to recap what we've seen so far coming up next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Every great team is built around its stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealer's award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then, there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
The Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot are in a league of their own when it comes to rugged capability. Their relentless power and versatility make these vehicles the ultimate challengers for exhilarating adventures and formidable terrain. But it's not just performance that makes these cars special. It's the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Available all-wheel drive on Pilot based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of 2. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
This season, beat the holiday rush and shop Astound.com for bigger deals, bigger savings, and bigger internet. For a limited time, get Astound Internet for only $20 a month for 2 years. Plus, add 5G unlimited Astound Mobile free for 12 months. Our award-winning fiber-powered internet can handle it all. Faster streaming, better gaming, and secure online shopping. Lock in bigger savings than ever before at Astound.com. Restrictions apply. See Astound.com for details.
Here's Pasternak coming through neutral ice. Not upended. From his belly, able to get it on to Marchand, and now Hampus Lindholm down the left wing circle. A centering feed, they score! And it's Pasternak who tips that one home, and the Bruins grab a 3-1 lead with their second power play goal of the night. Second intermission here in Denver. It's the Bruins 4 and the Colorado Avalanche 2 through 2 periods of play. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston, and well, it's been a we heard Jim Montgomery say before the game, talk about relentlessness. The Bruins have been pretty relentless for the most part tonight offensively.
Yeah, that's the good part. I mean, especially if we just take that second period. I mean, they did a good job in the first period as well, but that second period was the first, 12, 15 minutes, the ice was completely lopsided. And it was all down one end. I mean, the Bruins just kept coming and coming and coming and, eventually get rewarded for it with a couple of goals. And, the hit there in the middle of the ice, and it was a good hit. There was nothing wrong with it. It was by Steinberg on Poitras, but it was a hard hit. He was in an awkward position, and you know, you had Zadorov kind of go at him, and he took the extra 2. Okay, you know, not a huge deal, but it did give Colorado life. They really had one good 5-on-5 shift before that, and then they got the power play goal by Makar. They worked the puck around so well on that power play. I mean, I don't know how they don't score just about every time they have the power play. They worked that high triangle. I mean, the first goal they scored in the first period was they worked Colton into it, and Colton was the bumper, right? So they utilized him. If you want to be aggressive out to the flanks there and on high, Colton's going to be the guy that's open. And we were trying to talk about that in the second period with the Bruins when they had their power play. But when they didn't utilize Colton on that last one, it was just Rantanen on one elbow, you had McKinnon on the other elbow, and you had Makar up high. And when you can work that triangle and go through the seam, now you get the Bruins scrambling a little bit, go back up high to Makar. Makar is one of the best, if not the best, at getting shots through from the point and with velocity. And it's a wrist shot. That was a one-timer for him, but he had people in front of the net, and he pounds it, and, you know, no chance for Korpisalo, especially when you can't see it from that situation. And so their only 2 goals are power play goals, but it did give them some life. And as well as the Bruins played and dominated at 5-on-5, they kind of limped into the second period intermission because they were in scramble mode. They were sending the puck out of the zone. They weren't making plays anymore, and just kind of flipping the puck out, trying to get line changes because you had guys out there who were exhausted. And then couple that with the fact that it looked like Brad Marchand missed the last, 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes or whatever it was exactly of that second period. He took that big hit from Rantanen, and eventually the Bruins scored on that power play. He only had a couple shifts after that. So, you know, something to keep an eye on here starting the third period to see what his status is. But the Bruins need to get back to that 5-on-5, relentless, going after the Avalanche in that offensive zone and forcing the Avs to defend, because they haven't had any answers on the defensive end.
Yeah, we've been tracking those shot attempts throughout the course of the night. Bruins have 50 right now to the Avalanche 26 at the end of 2 periods.
It was 48 to what do we count them? 48 to 13, whatever it was at one point. So the Avalanche really trimmed it there, towards the end of that second period. It started with the power play, and then they had some good 5-on-5 time inside Boston zone as well. You know, you look for somebody to ignite your team, and was that the hit and the fight by Steinberg, or was it just a big shift from Rantanen and McKinnon and saying enough is enough, we got to get ourselves going. So now how do the Bruins respond here in this third period, and how do the Avalanche respond? I mean, how many breakaways did they give up that period? How many odd man rushes did they give up that period? Marchand had 3 chances in one sequence. You had the first chance off the rush, came around the net, had a second opportunity, had a third opportunity before Rantanen finally knocked him down on the interference call. I mean, they're not in sync right now, the Avalanche are, and the Bruins need to take full advantage of that when they can.
So it's a 4-2 lead for the Bruins as we head toward the third period, and it's time to get our music of the game, brought to you by Live Nation. Don't miss Disturbed, celebrating the 25th anniversary of The Sickness live Friday, March 14th at TD Garden with special guests 3 Days Grace and Seven Dust. Get your tickets starting Friday at livenation.com. Bruins 4, Colorado 2. We're going to look at the other action from around the NHL when we continue with our second intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
I think C.J. Stroud just has that poise. Plays like he's been in the league 10 or 12 years.
When it happens in the NFL, we're reacting to it on Sirius XM NFL Radio.
Brock Purdy's playing unbelievable. I think kind of quietly has just been brushing it.
Get closer to the game with interviews with players, coaches, and executives.
Quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins. Each week has been continuous improvement. Let's keep that going.
From the field to the front office, nobody covers the game like Sirius XM NFL Radio. Channel 88.
Sometimes a song can make all the difference.
I
just like to say thank you to The Message for always uplifting my spirit.
Turn to The Message, a channel filled with songs of faith to lift your spirits as the leaves start to fall.
I'll praise you anywhere.
I listen to The Message because it helps me in my everyday life.
The Message gets me through the days, every day.
The Message, Channel 65, and home on the SiriusXM app.
The New York Jets are trading for Devontae Adams.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM.
This was a team that clearly was Super Bowl or bust.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
Which is why you make that trade.
And expert analysis on NFL Radio.
Not going to help the Jets tackle anybody better or protect the quarterback, but Aaron Rodgers wants, Aaron Rodgers gets.
Live sports talk when you need it is on SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
The Power Play with Steve Koulias.
You either put up or shut up. Marchand does, Doughty does, Stone does. And if you don't have enough of those players, get rid of them, because they'll make you lose. They'll frustrate the fan base. I want people that are with me, rowing in the same direction. And if you can't, get out of town. We'll find someone who can.
The Power Play. Weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91 and the SiriusXM app. The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind, wrist the line, and walks in, put it between his legs, shoots and scores!
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
Back here at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, after 2 periods of play, the Bruins with a 4-2 lead over the Avalanche. We take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Pittsburgh getting a 6-5 overtime win on a goal by Sidney Crosby over the Buffalo Sabres. It was Toronto taking it to the LA Kings, 6-2 the final in Toronto. One other game underway right now has Utah in Anaheim to take on the Ducks. That game is tied at 2 with about 5.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Here in Denver, the Bruins with a 4-2 lead after 2 periods of play. Third period action coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Remember driver's ed? Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. Sound advice. Yet with all the new technology in cars today, touchscreens, cameras, cell phones, there's a lot of distracted drivers out there. Here's more sound advice. Talk to an independent agent about safety insurance. Make sure you and your family have the protection you need to navigate a world filled with distractions. Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Hey Celtics fans, since 1979, Ace Ticket has been the go-to place for sports fans to get tickets. Ace always has the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit aceticket.com right now.
For the best deal on tires, head to Town Fair Tire. We beat every competitor every day on every tire. Tire dealers, we beat them. Clubs, we beat them. Online prices, we beat them. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $289 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.79 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 11/4/24.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
DQ presents the sound of a party starting. It's the sound of guests bringing a DQ cake, then slicing into that DQ cake. Get a DQ Fudge and Crunch cake or Blizzard Treat cake. Order ahead at DQcakes.com at participating U.S. locations. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Get ready for The Live, Orpheum Theater, Boston, Saturday, October 19th. The. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss your chance to see The live in concert, Saturday, October 19th. Get your tickets before it's too late.
This is a black and gold flashback.
So the Bruins with Savard along with Sturm and Ryder up front. Savard feeds it in front. Score! That went in off Romana on the doorstep. Ryder coming over the line left side. Cuts across the high slot into the right wing circle. Savard to drive and he scores! Mark Savard from the right wing circle beats Turco. His second of the game, and the Bruins have a 3-0 lead. And it's a shutout for Tim Thomas as the Bruins win it in Dallas tonight by a final of 3-0.
That flashback takes us back to this date in Bruins history in 2009. Mark Savard, a pair of goals. Tim Thomas, 27 save shutout as the Bruins beat the Dallas Stars 3-0 in what was the Bruins' first road game of the season. Here tonight, this year's Bruins playing their second road game of the season. They have a 4-2 lead as we go to the third period. Cole Koepke getting them on the board at 13:46 of the first from Peak and Zadorov. Ross Colton would tie it up with his second of the year on the power play at 15:07 from Mikko Rantanen and Cale Makar. But then Charlie Coyle with a power play goal at 17:09 from Mason Lohrei made it 2-1 Bruins after one. David Pastrnak power play goal from Hampus Lindholm and Brad Marchand at 9:09 of the second made it a 3-1 game. Hampus Lindholm would follow that up with an unassisted goal just 13 seconds later at 9:22 to make it 4-1. But then Makar cashed in on the power play from Rantanen and Nathan McKinnon at 11:15 of the second. And that is where we stand, 4-2 Bruins at the end of two. Shots on goal through two periods, 21-11 in favor of Boston, putting an 11-6 edge in that second period.
Yeah, and I think Marchand took a couple hits in that second period, one by Manson, the other one by Rantanen. And he ended up going down the hallway towards the locker room towards the end of that second period. And I do not see him on the Bruins bench right now.
So the puck comes behind the Boston net here off the drop, thrown to the net. Korpisalo made the save, and the rebound swept into the corner, but the Avalanche get right on it. Back to the far point for Manson. Driven back in behind the net. It'll come back toward the near side and thrown toward the net again by Shillington. That one blocked in front. Bruins will break it out. Beecher angling one up the right wing board, trying to go get it himself. Got knocked to the deck as he did. Manson spun it in behind the Avalanche net. Parker Kelly from the red line will softly send it into the Boston zone, and the Avs will change up behind the play here. Just underway, third period, 2-goal lead for the Bruins. Going from left to right on offense here in the third period. As Zacha fires one across ice with his backhand. Pastrnak looking for some space along the far side boards. Sends one to the front of the net as Elias Lindholm was there. Georgiev kicked that off into the corner. Rantanen sends the feed out to neutral ice. McKinnon Angled toward the boards by Carlo. Rides him off into the glass. McCarr played it back toward the corner. Little give and go. McCarr coming to the front of the net. He had Colton. Thought he did, and it was blocked.
I mean,
we get a penalty coming up here against the Avs as the Bruins with possession of the puck.
I think McCarr would love to have that one back. I mean, he's walking in wide open that time and tried to make that pass. The Bruins didn't clear it. McCarr picks it up on the right side, a little give and go. So the Bruins go by him, and he tried to make a pass across. Brandon Carlo ends up sliding to block that pass attempted for Colton. And Pastrnak kind of chicken wings this stick to make sure that it's kind of a hooking call. He's saying the same thing the other way. If it happened to one of the Bruins players, he made sure that someone got called.
Rantanen goes for hooking.
He won't be happy. He took the one in the second period that led to the Bruins goal. Power play goal.
Bruins 2 out of 3 on the power play tonight. Get an early opportunity here in the third to try to increase this 2-goal lead. Face-off will be down to our right. Coyle will take the draw. Frederick in the slot.
Yep.
Potro on the right wing boards.
I will say this: Rantanen got the stick in on Pasternak's hands, and then he dropped his stick. So you know what? I'll go back on it. Pastrnak didn't chicken wing him. He got the stick in on his hands and then dropped it open. That wouldn't get called.
They get it
back. A good call.
They get it back to Hampus Lindholm over to Lohrei far side. Lindholm touched it along for Patra, top of the right circle. Frederick coming out of the near corner. Patra turns with it. Walks it down to the hash marks. Frederick gives it right back to him. Hampus Lindholm, center blue line. Patra tried a one-touch pass, broken up by Girard, who lost his stick. He heads back to the bench as the Bruins get right back in on the attack here. Patra hit that fallen stick and lost it to Logan O'Connor, who sends it the length of the ice.
Patra a little frustrated with himself there. Had an opportunity as Girard was trying to get to the bench, at least to get a new stick or to get somebody else out there. And they had him outnumbered O'Connor at that offensive blue line, but he couldn't make a play. Partly because of the broken stick.
Left side, here's Kastelik. He'll push it back toward the blue line, and McAvoy stepping into the left circle shot. Kicked away, and then Zacha with a chance of the rebound. Couldn't find the net.
Oh, he had a good chance. Might have been a little bit of a rolling puck, and he had to get it upstairs because Georgiev was diving to his left.
Kastelik will bring across the blue line. 48 to go on the power play. Zacha will come back to get it.
That's a little bit of a reward, huh? Kastelik?
Kastelik is out there in place of Marchand.
Yeah.
Marchand back in the locker room.
But Kastelik can play the bumper, and you can move Lindholm over to one of the elbows.
There's Pastrnak trying to feed it back to McAvoy near the blue line, just out of his reach. It'll go all the way down to Korpisalo. 23 seconds left on the man advantage. McAvoy from his own blue line. Drops it off for Elias Lindholm. Hands to Zacha. Now back to the far side. It'll be played down deep for Lindholm, giving chase. Chance to clear, and they do with Kiviranta sending it out of the zone. Come back in by Coyle. Power play comes to an end. The Avalanche at full strength with 16:12 to go. 4-2, Bruins have the lead. McKinnon couldn't catch up to a pass to the Boston blue line. Max Jones turning it up ice here for the Bruins. In across the Colorado line and a shot. Blocker save Georgiev.
That's good speed from Jones. Get those feet moving through the neutral zone. Beat the first forechecker.
Zadorov sends it around behind the Colorado net. Tufte cuts back down toward the corner himself. Moving toward the side of the net. Rantanen forced him in behind. Loosened up the puck, and Girard with some space to try to clear.
Oh, God. You got to be kidding me.
Boy, was that a late call.
You think?
Rantanen
first of all
turned and got in the referee's face before his arm went up.
First of all, he pushes Tufte into the net, behind the net. And Tufte responds. He gets knocked to the ice. He had to. It's like 3 or 4 seconds for him to stand up and complain. And then the referee put his arm up. That was unbelievable.
So the power play. Tufte goes for cross-checking.
And it was right in front of the referee.
Yeah.
Rantanen interferes with him. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, now I'll put my arm up when Rantanen stands up and looks at him.
Wow. So Colorado 2 for 2 on the power play. Gets an opportunity to draw within one here in the third period. Yikes.
Oh, wait, we called 2 penalties in a row on Rantanen, and he's complaining, so maybe we should call one here. I mean, seriously, that was unreal.
That was as long as I think I've ever seen. Here's a one-timer, and they score. Just like that. And it's Rantanen.
Yeah.
With the one-timer, beats Korpisalo to make it a 4-3 game.
That is an unbelievable sequence right there. Now, the Bruins aren't able to kill penalties so far today, which is a major problem against a good power play team. But how that penalty sequence was called was just... That's unreal.
Well, Makar sets up Rantanen. That'll be the third point for each of them. A goal and 2 assists apiece. And it's a 1-goal game with 15:08 to go.
All 3 of them on the power play. Yep. And I don't blame Tufte for this at all. He gets interfered with initially.
So, puck driven in toward Korpisalo from out in the neutral zone by Malinsky. Steered aside with a stick. Now a centering pass, and Ritchie with a chance from the left circle. Tipped up and over the net by Korpisalo. Lohrei will lead it out of the zone. Kastelik trying to keep it moving. Got pulled off of the puck. Back come the Avalanche here with Kovalenko. Now Middlestat cutting through the face-off circle. Peak won it back. Flips it in the direction of Jones, who bats it out of the neutral. Bats it out into the neutral zone. Middlestat will drop it off for DeHaan inside the Boston end. Swept back around to the far side, and Wood backhands one for Steinberg. Kept it moving around toward the near side circle. Batted back in behind the Bruin net, but Avalanche went off for a change, so Boston will get a chance to clear here. Peak redirects a Lohrei pass in off the end boards. It came kicking out into the crease, and Georgiev just let it sit there for a moment.
Been shaky on some of those dump-ins, has he not?
Pasternak had it taken by Parker Kelly. Kelly dragging it out into the neutral ice. Wood steps across the Boston line, gets knocked to the deck, and he's hurt. One-timer by Manson went well wide of the net.
He took a hit from Pasternak after he dropped that puck.
They blow the play dead.
But I don't think it's his head. I think he's holding his wrist or his hand, his arm.
And he's on all fours as the athletic trainer comes out to take a look at him. After the collision with Elias Lindholm.
Yeah, it looked like a good hit. Just watching the initial replay, it looked like a good hit and a bad result for Miles Wood. He's holding his hand or his wrist.
13:43 to go. Bruins 4, Avalanche 3. Here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hello, my dear. We've been waiting all year to unleash the sounds of fear. Soundtracks, scary stories, a howl, and a sneer. SiriusXM Scream, your soundtrack for Halloween, starting Thursday, channel 105, and on the SiriusXM app.
Now through November 1st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues and be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero, and you'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 and the all-new SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB postseason heroes. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 22nd. Must be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
The big names are on NHL Network Radio.
The head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes, Rod Brindamore.
Kachekov making that jump last year. What do you see in the net?
The kid wants it. That's the first thing. Is he going to be the guy that we're looking at this year to get after it and take a bigger role? Maybe. But we still got Freddie in here. I think he's got something to prove. So I think we're going to have a good battle in the net.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda.
Hockey lives here.
Sagan to Ben, down low, delays, he scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
So during the break, they announced a 5-minute major to Elias Lindholm. That was under review. And it appears that...
Here comes the announcement here, I think, Ryan. Possibly. They were going to make the announcement while they were doing during the commercial break, but let's see if they... Here we go. Did he forget?
Let's go!
Here we go.
Checking to make sure our TV friends are back from commercial.
I guess so. I think they got it right here, by the way.
Here we go.
After the review, it's determined that there is no penalty on the play. 5-on-5.
Yeah,
crowd doesn't like it, but it's the right call.
So what they did is they used the rules to their advantage here. And the referees did. You can call the penalty and then you review it. And make sure that there was nothing wrong with the hit. And there was nothing wrong with the hit.
Miles Wood
He lost his helmet, but he didn't go through the head.
It wasn't head contact. Yeah.
In fact, Wood actually, it looked like he hurt his wrist, his right hand or his wrist, because that's what he was holding. There was nothing malicious about the hit. It wasn't late. It was a little bit from the side, but you make a drop pass and you watch your pass. I'm not blaming Wood. I'm just saying that he got hit. And that's a good example of using, everything at their disposal to get it right.
There's Makar with a drive from the center of the blue line, goes up and over the net. So Wood has gone up the tunnel to the Avalanche locker room. The good news during that break, we saw Brad Marchand for the first time in a while after he had gone to the room in the second period.
Bruins have not been able to get back to their game here.
Puck in behind the net. Knocked away from Rantanen and taken by Hampus Lindholm. He'll work its way out to the blue line. Marchand gets knocked down to the red line as the puck came in his direction. Makar played for McKinnon just inside the Boston line. Makar to the left circle. Shot blocked. And it'll be played up the near boards by Carlo. Pass hit Pasternak in the skate coming through the neutral zone. Avalanche have it back with Rantanen going behind his own net. 12:37 to go. 4-3 Bruins have the lead here on the road. Makar sends a long pass up the right side. Redirected. No, it was not redirected. It's an icing.
It's hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
5 total power play goals in this game tonight. Colorado 3 out of 3. Boston 2 out of 4 on their opportunities. Face-off win by the Avalanche. Makar will play it off the far boards to Logan O'Connor. Rink wide pass to Hahn, picks it up off the Karam, drives it into the near corner, wrapped around far side, and Zadorov there for the Bruins. McAvoy picks it up from him, carries it up to the red line, sends it softly in across the line. Elias Lindholm able to get a stick on that and help keep it alive. Chance to clear for Manson now, and he does off the far glass. Zadorov will step behind Korpisalo, hang on to the puck. Pass up the left side was deflected, but got to Beecher, and he dumps it in.
Haven't liked that setup breakout that the Bruins have had.
On really either side. They've booed both teams for taking too long behind the net, the fans have here tonight. As Zadorov throws one wide of the net, near side boards, Peak takes a hit to try to keep it deep.
Yes, and he does.
Still they battle for it along the near boards. Both Kastelik and Beecher in there for the Bruins. DeHaan will clear it out. Lohrei going to chase back toward the Boston zone as it comes in on Korpisalo, so no icing, and Peak will pick it up from his goaltender. 11:05 left here in regulation. Peak getting shadowed by McKinnon in front of the net. Now here's Coyle out in the neutral ice. Passes down the left wing corner. Makar will bring it behind the net here for the Avalanche.
One-man breakout.
Pass left side for Colton. McKinnon drops it back off to Colton, who takes a hit from Frederick. All the way around to Ronton into the far corner. McKinnon, back of the net. Knocked down to a knee, gets right back up by Carlo. Hampus Lindholm takes away a centering pass. Coyle hacks it out to the blue line. Frederick keeps it moving forward. Some changes behind the play here for Boston. As Makar feeds it out through the neutral zone. It'll be Middlestat gaining the attack zone to the left wing circle and all the way in behind the net. Now a centering pass, and Korpisalo covers up with Kovalenko in front. Kovalenko and Carlo get into a bit of a wrestling match as they are separated.
A little dangerous play there, right? That puck can pinball around. You got to be careful in front of the net. Little space coming down the left wing side from Middlestat, goes around the net. He's going to throw this puck towards the front and banks off the skate of Elias Lindholm, it looked like, in front.
Face off to the right of Korpisalo. Avalanche won it, but the Bruins take away courtesy of Zacha. Pasternak working his way up the right wing side. Will pull up the right circle. Brings it back toward the blue line under pressure. Wheels it down toward the corner.
For all the good things the Bruins did in the first and partway through a lot of the second period, they have not been able to establish that forecheck yet here in the third.
Zacha got it to McAvoy. Return pass picked off by Middlestat. Through neutral ice comes Kovalenko and into the Boston zone before he's shoved down by Zadorov on the far wall. McAvoy carries out to his own blue line. Swings a pass left side. Koepke taken to the boards by Manson as he tried to carry that puck toward the corner.
Been a physical game.
Hahn back of the net. Pressured by Kastelik. Kiviranta moved it back to DeHaan behind the net. Now a rink-wide pass comes to Kelly. Kelly will step across the Boston line. They work it near side for Steinberg, and his wrister goes up off the back glass and ricochets all the way back down the other end.
Fairly well executed 3-on-2. Could have gone a couple different ways, but 3-on-2 for the Avalanche coming through the neutral zone with speed.
Girard. Coyle took one away at the Colorado blue line. Moved it back in behind the Avalanche net, but now they break it out with Colton gaining it through the neutral zone and plays it in behind Korpisalo. Hampus Lindholm first to it. Coyle backhands one out to the center ice circle. Marchand able to reach around Makar and drag that toward the circle, but
Makar's ability to recover so good.
8.5 to play. 4-3 Bruins have the lead. Carlo lofts one up the right wing side, won't make it for icing.
Good touch there.
Yeah, came up just shy of the goal line. Instead, Middlestat attacking back here for Colorado. Pass across the ice, broken up by Pasternak. Near side corner. Tell who it is down on top of that puck. It was McAvoy, who took a couple of shots from above. Bruins get it out of the zone, and we're under 8 minutes to go. DeHaan and Malinsky for the Avalanche, trading it back in their own zone. As the Avs getting some changes on. Here's Ivan, shouldered by Koepke as he came into the Boston zone. Peek behind the net. Couldn't move it to the corner. Instead, it comes back near side, and Koepke able to chop it out. Shillington, the long pass. They set up Kelly, who carries in. Wrapped around toward the near side board. Shillington onto it. Digging for it. Out of the corner. Kelly from the near side wall throws one in on Korpisalo. Glove save, no rebound. And we get a break with 7:22 to go here in the third period. It's the Bruins 4 and the Avalanche 3 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
What a week. My kids were practicing baseball near the chandelier. My wife forgot she was making toast. And I learned that I'm no plumber. Fortunately, safety insurance made life a little easier for us. Our customized coverage ensured we were protected, and safety made it easy to access our policy online, get text alerts, even take advantage of paperless billing. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the self-created kind.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
It's a 4-3 Bruins lead, 7:22 to go here in the third period in Colorado. Road trip will continue Saturday night against the Utah Hockey Club. That's a 9 o'clock face-off. And then it's on to Nashville for a matchup with the Predators on Tuesday. Face-off in the defensive zone here for Elias Lindholm, and he wins it into the corner. Shot up off the glass and out. Cale Makar circles back for it for Colorado. Pass through the neutral ice, directed deep. Korpisalo moves it out from behind the net. Zacha, near side circle. They'll work it
That's
ahead.
That's a better breakout for the Bruins.
Pasternak, yep.
Instead of wrapping the puck around, make a couple of passes. Good composure by Zacha. Find the open guy in the middle. You can't stop making plays. With 1-goal lead late in the game, you got to keep making plays when they're there.
Here's McKinnon picking one up from his own blue line. He'll carry on into the Boston zone. Leaves it off for Rantanen. Low shot. And the pad stop by Korpisalo covers up the rebound.
Talking mostly about in the D zone. You don't need to wrap the puck. Don't wrap it. You can make a pass. You make that play. Just you don't always have to take the easy way out there. That time they get a little careless at the offensive blue line for the Bruins and give McKinnon some open ice to drop that puck off of Rantanen.
McKinnon with a pair of assists. Rantanen 3 points. Makar 3 points. So puck comes behind the net of Korpisalo. They'll work it back for Shillington to the right point. Now on to Middlestat, center of the blue line, and his shot gets through, and Korpisalo able to snare it and hang on.
Middlestat way out at the blue line that time for that shot on goal. He's able to get it through some bodies. Kind of a positional save there made by Korpisalo. I don't know if he picked that puck up or not, but he's able to hold on.
Face off to the right of Korpisalo. Near circle to our left. Won by Middlestat. Battle for it toward the near corner. McAvoy will come away with it. Fedorov passes ahead for Coyle. To the right side for Frederick. Poked it to keep it moving. Coyle, wide angle shot. Georgiev squeezing against the near post. Covers up.
Well, it starts with a good breakup, right? Use the middle of the ice to get moving up the ice. Only the third shot of the period, I believe, for the Bruins, and it's a tight angle one there from the right wing side by Coyle, but starts with a composed breakout. And it gives them some speed coming up through the middle.
Your math is indeed correct. 9-3 shots in favor of Colorado here in the third period. 24-20 in favor of the Bruins for the game. 6:13 left. Bruins by 1. Elias Lindholm against Ross Colton on the faceoff. Here's Zacha going right to the front of the net, and the puck slipped away from him as he tried to set up that shot.
He's testing his stick. I thought he might have misfired on that. I mean, a couple of the Avalanche players ran into one another and allowed Zacha to come right from the right wing side and attack the net from that right side. And wow, a little bad luck for Pavel Zacha. Had a breakaway in the second period earlier this game, and that time he's all alone. Manson runs into his D partner, Shillington, and that allows, Zacha to walk right out in front.
Bruins got whistled for an icing here, so face-off in the defensive zone. Lindholm against Middlestat on the draw. And Elias wins it. Pulled behind the net here to Lohrei. Pasternak will play it off the far boards and into the Avalanche zone. Elias Lindholm putting pressure on Middlestat in the far corner. Now Pasternak takes away a pass. Has it along the far boards. In some traffic. Pasternak going to backhand it toward the end wall. They get some pressure, but now Kovalenko with a chance to move the puck and does. Gets it back coming through neutral ice. Kovalenko cutting left circle and a shot. Blocker stop by Korpisalo. Puck hit the official and kicked free. Here's a chance and put wide of the net by Kovalenko. And then he takes a hit and goes down and stays down.
Blow the whistle. They have control of the puck. He's hurt.
Logan O'Connor will send it over to DeHaan. DeHaan shoots around his fallen teammate, and now they whistle
Why
it
is there no
with
whistle?
Pasternak getting the puck. It's been some curious officiating this evening as now the trainer checks out on Kovalenko.
It's a little bit of a cross check from Carlo, and Kovalenko doesn't get up. They have possession of the puck. He's not getting up. You blow the whistle.
5:07 to go. Kovalenko gets checked out. Bruins have a 4-3 lead here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
DQ presents the sound of a party starting. It's a sound of guests bringing a DQ cake, then slicing into that DQ cake. Get a DQ Fudge and Crunch Cake or Blizzard Treat Cake. Order ahead at DQCakes.com at participating U.S. locations. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
.507 to go here in Denver. It's the Bruins 4 and the Colorado Avalanche 3.
Yeah, Kovalenko seems to be all right. I don't quite understand that, Ryan. So the Bruins get possession of the puck, and because Kovalenko's down, they basically have a 5-on-4 if they want to get going the other way, but then they blow the whistle. But they don't blow it when Kovalenko's down and Colorado has possession of the puck. So I didn't quite get that. It was a little bit of cross-check. Not much. He seems to be fine. But from Carlo, during that commercial timeout, everybody from the Bruins bench over listening to Joe Sacco, assistant coach, and Joey, I'm sure telling him you got to keep making plays. You got to bear down in these certain situations. I mean, especially with this line on the ice right now with McKinnon and Rantanen out there, you've got to make sure the details are paid attention to in that defensive zone and make plays coming out of the end when they're there. Don't just throw the puck away and take the easy way out.
Avalanche shot the puck into the Bruins zone offside, so face-off will come just outside the line.
And interesting, the Bruins going with their fourth line against this top line.
Yeah. Beecher will take this face-off against McKinnon, and he wins the draw. Pass up ice, tipped ahead by Kastelik, and in behind Georgiev. Stumbling into the corner was Girard. Puck coming back toward Kastelik and Girard. Kastelik able to hold him off. Now turns around and fires one from a tough angle. Was redirected up and over the net. Near side, it is Colton. Sending over far side for Rantanen under pressure from Beecher. He drops it back to Makar. 4.5 minutes to go. Bruins 4, Avalanche 3. Girard looking up ice. will go across ice with it, and a dump in from Ritchie. Near side, Colton wrapped it back, or Kelly rather, wrapped it back around the far side, and it fired toward the net. Wide of Korpisalo, kept alive by Shillington at the near point. Into the far corner, and a centering pass, broken up. Marchand will turn it up ice here for Boston. Marchand backhands it just across the Colorado line. Shillington plays it over to the far side. Malinsky pushing it up the right wing boards, trying to find Kelly. Instead, the Bruins regain possession, but
a little too hard.
Effort just out of Frederick's reach. It'll be icing.
Carlo, so he did wrap it around that time, but it was the right play. Just a little bit too hard for Frederick to get over there and get to that puck. A long shift for Frederick as they come back into the zone for this defensive zone face-off, and the Avalanche quickly get their big guns out there. Middlestat, Rantanen, McKinnon up front, and McCarr at the point.
3:48 to go. Bruins leading by 1. And a face-off win by Coyle. Pushed off the near boards, tapped out by Frederick. And that's going to make it for an icing again. So they'll have to do it again to the right of Korpisalo. First of 2 meetings on the year between these two teams. Colorado pays a visit to TD Garden in late January. The only other time we will see them during the regular season. Face it off to the left of Korpisalo this time. And it's won by Frederick.
Yeah, that time they go with the reverse. They were going to do it last time and decided against it. And that time they went with the reverse between Zadorov and Carlo.
Here's Middlestat getting back into the Boston zone. Rantanen centering feed, taken away by Marchand, and he will send it just softly enough down the other end. 3:17 to go as Rantanen starts out of his own zone, now pivots back under some pressure from Zacha. Pass into the skates of Kelly as he takes a tumble onto the ice. Brought toward the near side, and Pasternak able to use his body to knock that puck back into the Avalanche zone as he knocked down Kovalenko. Comes around behind Korpisalo off a dump in. We've got 2:50 to play. Pass out of Kovalenko's reach. Shot around the near boards, and Kovalenko will get it to the front of the net, kicked away.
He's back out there, by the way.
Yeah, he looks to be skating all right. Manson from his own end with 2.5 to play. Pass off to the near side for Malinsky. Across the line he comes. Down toward the face-off circle into the side of the net. Hits the outside of the net as he tried to get that in on Korpisalo. Bruins will get it out as Koepke carries it to the red line. Throws it to the empty net as they have pulled Georgiev, but just wide of the net. And now Malinsky with the extra attacker. Hands off for Cale Makar. 2:04 to go here in regulation, and they cough it up in the neutral zone, and Beecher shoots it into the empty net to make it a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, just a turnover here by the Colorado Avalanche as they try to get those feet moving through the neutral zone. You see when McKinnon gets those legs going and the feet moving, but unfortunately for him, he's going to turn this puck over. Cale Makar moves it to McKinnon. McKinnon can't find the handle on it as the puck bounces off of his stick right onto the stick of Beecher at the red line, and Beecher just quickly throwing it back the other way.
Second goal of the year for Beecher. 2:01 to go.
Still
it's
plenty
a
of
two-goal
time.
game.
Still plenty of time.
Avalanche are going to leave Georgiev on the bench. He had come out and now heads back to the bench before they even drop the puck. So it'd be still 6-on-5 here. Manpower advantage for Colorado. But now down 2. Here's Makar from his own zone. Passes right side. McKinnon dumps it in, cross ice. Carlo shoots it up off the glass near side. It goes bouncing down into the Colorado zone just wide of the empty net for an icing. With 1:46 left.
Carlo had to be hard on that puck. That's not a bad play there. You take that icing. And now you got to win a draw. Or at least not lose a draw.
2 goals in 2 games for Beecher. who had a goal and an assist. And lost to Florida on Monday.
Good face-off win there by Charlie Coyle.
Around the near boards it comes. And Pasternak trying to dig it free. Instead, it will reverse around the far side. Zadorov is there first. He gets it to the blue line, but not out. McCarr able to take it away. McCarr takes a tumble as Coyle helped to free up that puck. Minute 26 to go. Puck on the stick of McKinnon. Back to McCarr, center blue line. Rantanen to McCarr. One-timer. Partially blocked by Pasternak. Goes up over the net. McCarr out near the blue line. Rantanen along the hash marks. They go down low to Middlestat. Rantanen, centering pass, redirected to the net by Colton. Korpisalo gets enough of it. McCarr to McKinnon from the top of the face-off circle, throws one to the front of the net, scooped up by Korpisalo, and we are just under a minute to go.
See if they call a timeout here. Looks like he's grabbing the whiteboard, Jared Bednar is, but look, Zadorov has an opportunity. If he keeps his feet moving, he's got the step to get out of the zone on that left side. He's looking for someone to give it to or a play to be made, but keep your feet moving going up the left side, and that puck's going to get out of the zone. Now, it doesn't mean Colorado can't come back in on you, but now you're stuck. Now you got to scramble a little bit to get back in a position, which they do a good job of.
Jared Bednar does, in fact, use his timeout here. 58.9 seconds on the clock. His team down by 2, trying to find a way to get a quick one with the goaltender pulled. Bruins have points from 9 different players tonight. That goal by Beecher, an unassisted one, gets him on the score sheet. Hampus Lindholm with a goal and an assist, the only multiple point night on that list. So face off in the defensive zone here for the Bruins. To the right of Korpisalo. 6-on-5 attackers for Colorado. Elias Lindholm wins the face-off for Middlestat. Hampus Lindholm shoots it from out behind the net and out to the neutral ice. Kastelik tried to pass it to Frederick, whose stick had broken. He kicked it back to Kastelik, and Elias Lindholm tries to take a shot at the empty net. It is stopped. Middlestat will bring it to the red line, dump it back in here for Colorado with 40 seconds to go. Hampus Lindholm pivots it back toward the far corner. Kastelik is there. Fischl got wiped out along the far boards. Rantanen sent it back to McCarr at the blue line. On to McKinnon. Left circle. They try to feed it out in front for Middlestat. Came kicking on into the far corner now with 20 seconds to play. Avalanche trying to get it to the front of the net. McCarr keeps alive at the far point. On to McKinnon. Left circle. Centering pass. Hampus Lindholm takes away. Colton got it back to McCarr. McCarr shot into traffic. Korpisalo made the save and got the rebound and covers up with 2.2 to go.
Yeah, good work there. Only one real shot through to Korpisalo. A lot of it on the outside. The Bruins doing a good job of getting in the lanes. That's how you want to see a game closed out for the Bruins. Not their best period, but
mass exodus to the exits, with the exception of the many fans wearing black and gold here in Denver tonight. 2.2 seconds left. Face off to Korpisalo's right. Bruins have it, and the horn will sound to end a 5-3 Bruins victory as they get back above the 500 mark with a win here in Colorado and drop the Avalanche to 0-4 on the season. We will be back to recap it from Ball Arena in Denver on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.